Have you ever wondered what would happen if Giyu became a demon? What kind of blood demon arc would the water Hashira gain once he turns? But more importantly, would any of the other Hashiras be able to stop him with his new godly powers? In the beginning of the Demon Slayer series, Giyu was sent to Tanjiro's house to investigate a demon attack, but just missed Muzan. However, in this scenario, Giyu arrives at the scene right as Muzan was killing Tanjiro's family. Muzan notices Giyu's blade, which hinted to him that the man standing in front of him was a Hashira. Excited by this turn of events, Muzan sneakily approaches the unsuspecting Hashira like Michael Myers during Halloween. Everything went sideways really fast the moment he got close enough. In the blink of an eye, Giyu watched Tanjiro's mother as her head went flying away from her body like a beach ball during summer. And as these events unfolded, Giyu drew his sword and attacked Muzan relentlessly, but was quickly pinned down. The Demon King had no plans to kill the Hashira at all. Instead, he made Giyu watch as he massacred the Kamado family one by one. Unlike the original plot where Muzan may have done it out of hunger, this time their deaths were meant to break Giyu's soul. As Giyu witnessed the deaths of innocent people because of him, Muzan Kibutsuji looked at the Hashira with a sinister glint in his blood-red eyes and offered him to join his army. He hesitated, but the pain of his past and present mistakes weighed heavily on him. The losses he had endured, the sacrifices he made, all for a world constantly plagued by demons. The burden seemed overwhelming. The relentless desire for strength, power, and a way to eradicate the demons once and for all echoed in his mind. Like they always say, if you can't beat them, join them. And that is exactly what Giyu did. With a deep breath, Giyu hesitantly accepted Muzan's offer. His transformation was agonizing as the demonic power surged through every fiber of his being. His body shook, and the room trembled with dark energy. As the transformation was completed, Giyu emerged from the shadows, his once piercing blue eyes now a glowing shade of crimson. His movements were swift and precise, a deadly dance born from the union of his exceptional swordsmanship and newfound demonic strength. News of Giyu's fall spread like wildfire among the Demon Slayer Corps. Shock and disbelief gripped the hearts of those who had fought alongside him. Kyojuro Rengoku in particular felt a profound sense of betrayal, vowing to take matters into his own hands. Rengoku left to hunt down the former Hashira. Without Giyu, Tanjiro, and Nezuko, the timelines would drastically change. Giyu would first appear during the Infinity Train arc, which is our main focus for this video. Rengoku, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and now Genya, who replaced Tanjiro in this timeline, board the train to investigate the missing person's case. Eventually, they encounter Enmu and quickly make light work of him. Thinking that the mission was a success, Rengoku along with the trio celebrated, and just when they thought everything was okay, Giyu, now a demon under Muzan's command, appeared out of nowhere. The air around him cracked with malevolent energy. The scent of death and decay followed him like a dark cloud. Rengoku, sensing the unnatural presence, turned to face the demonic intruder. A deadly silence enveloped their surroundings as Rengoku and Giyu locked eyes. The air became thick with anticipation, and the clash between the two titans seemed unstoppable. The other Demon Slayers stood like statues because of fear, unable to say a word or lift a finger. In the face of this great evil, Zenitsu passed out, and this time, none of that comedic upgrade of his happened. He was just laying there motionless, while Genya and Inosuke were drenched with sweat. Without a word, Rengoku drew his gleaming sword, the flames flickering along its blade. Giyu responded in kind, unsheathing his demonic weapon, a twisted, corrupted version of the blade he once wielded against demons. Knowing Giyu became a demon by his exposure to Muzan's blood, it's safe to assume he too is able to use blood demon art, much like the upper moon and lower moons. Pairing his water-breathing techniques with the abilities of a demon, Giyu would probably use something like a tsunami blood art. Maybe it will let him release water from his body and control it to his will. The battle that took place was an epic clash of fire and darkness, skill and demonic power. Rengoku's flames danced and roared, a manifestation of his unwavering spirit. Giyu, however, moved with an otherworldly grace, his attacks fueled by the malevolent energy that now coursed through his veins. Without holding anything back, Rengoku buried his emotions and the conflict building up within him. As he clashed swords with Giyu, Rengoku initially saw no humanity left in his eyes. There was nothing but darkness and hate, and the two warriors pushed their limits. Rengoku's flame techniques illuminated the darkness, casting long shadows across the still darkness that enveloped their surroundings. Giyu's demonic attacks left a trail of destruction, each strike tearing through everything and anything that stood in their way. In the midst of the chaos, Rengoku's strong determination began to waver. Giyu's demonic strength proved to be a formidable enemy, The once proud Flame Hashira found himself on the defensive, struggling to withstand the relentless assault. As Genya and Inosuke stood back watching the fight, they noticed that Rengoku was being pushed back. Swallowing their fears and finding their courage, they drew their weapons and attacked. As the battle started to approach its end, the fate of everyone lay on the shoulders of those engaged in combat. Rengoku, battered and bruised, unleashed a final desperate assault. Giyu, fueled by demonic fury, retaliated with a surge of dark energy. The collision between the two forces created a shockwave that rippled through the night. As their swords ground against each other, something happened. In a moment frozen in time, Rengoku and Giyu locked eyes once more. There, during the chaos and destruction, a glimmer of humanity flickered within Giyu's crimson gaze. A silent plea for salvation rang out from his corrupted soul. At that moment, Rengoku knew what must be done. Screaming his lungs out, Rengoku gives it his all to overpower Giyu, whose strength has decreased as he shows signs of humanity once again. As the dust cleared out, the Flame Hashira was the one who remained standing, bruised and battered but victorious. Rengoku offered his hand to his fallen comrade. Some say that Giyu, with feelings of guilt in his heart, fighting an old friend, purposely didn't use his full demonic strength. However, it easily would have been a different story otherwise. By this point, Giyu had regained his humanity and the strength to free himself from the Demon King's clutches. Because just like Tamayo or Nezuko, it's proven that demons can disobey Muzan without dying. Muzan, observing the battle from the shadows, cursed under his breath. The plan to turn one of the strongest demon slayers into an obedient servant had failed. The threads of control he had woven around Giyu began to unravel. This time, Muzan knew he had made a big mistake. Now the tides have changed. The Demon Slayer Corps had just been handed their strongest weapon yet. As dawn broke on the horizon, casting its warm light upon the battlefield, the Demon Slayer Corps regrouped. Zenitsu, who just woke up, Genya, Inosuke, Rengoku, and the others stood united, ready to face the challenges that lay ahead. The journey to defeat Muzan and save Giyu had only just begun. With a new asset in their hands, the Demon Slayer Corps had a new ace up their sleeve to combat Muzan's forces. With Giyu's newfound strength, the responsibility he bears has grown significantly. With this, his role on missions greatly increased. This part became more important than anyone else in the show. With Tanjiro not being a major character in this timeline, the role of MC would fall on Giyu's shoulders based on the circumstances he is in. Also, with Rengoku's life preserved in this alternate timeline, the story would take a massive turn from the original plot. Especially during the Entertainment District arc, where Rengoku would aid Tenjin, Zenitsu and Inosuke and Genya in their battle against the twin demons Daki and Gyotaro, and in the Swordsmith Village arc, where either Rengoku again or Giyu would be present, further increasing their success in killing 4 Upper Moon rank demons, greatly affecting Muzan's manpower while preserving their own. Lastly, during the Infinity Castle, Final Battle arc, and Sunrise Countdown arc is where Giyu's abilities would shine the most, as he will play the role of the Demon Slayer Corps' vanguard that will lead their way to success. With a single Upper Moon demon stronger than any Hashira, it would be likely their ace would be a demon Giyu. However, I just can't stress enough how important Tanjiro really is. Without him, the Demon Slayers cannot unlock their marks, along with their red Nichiren blades. They don't have sun breathing in their arsenal, which is a major loss. Basically, even with Giyu, they are fighting Muzan like they're holding sticks. This is a 50-50 ending. If they manage to pin down Muzan until the sun comes up, then they will win. But if they lose too many people, especially Hashiras, then the demons would defeat them and wipe out the entire Demon Slayer Corps. Smash that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell